meticulousness displayed, do you now think that anybody who is careless can enter heaven? No. The person I'm talking about was a minister, probably going to minister that evening and say, tell the man I have gone, and then tiptoed and left. And God said, it's a lie, you have not left. Then you are giving room for evil to be spoken against Christianity, for God's name to be blasphemed. Because probably you want to go and do my work, and you feel that if he holds you down, the work will be done, and then you do wrong to go and do my work. People mustn't be blind. Jesus didn't teach everybody details. Those that were blind, he allowed them to remain blind. Those following him, he gave the information that they should know. The people of Apostle Paul's day, who had the message of the cross, but remained adamant, were described as blind, because their minds were blinded through the mundane things of this world by the gods of this world. So they could not discern the efficacy of the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. 2 Corinthians 4:4. The things of this life can make somebody blind. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Here, the God of this world refers to the chief deity of the kingdom of darkness. But he has emissaries. And in this our generation, this our period, many of the emissaries are functioning very, very well. Some of them are in the fashion world, producing things that will make people dead in fashion. Others are in the entertainment world, bringing out entertainments of diverse kinds to make people forget God and focus on pleasure. Other ones are in different aspects, all just to grab human hearts and enslave human beings to those things, that the light of God's glorious gospel may not be seen. Education is also even a god. I hope you know. Education can be a god to somebody, and the person will not have time for God. If he manages to come to fellowship, you'll be looking at the time, and if they spend any extra minute, he gets offended, and all he or she got in that meeting will be lost. Next time, if you call him to come to fellowship, he said they waste a lot of time there. Education can be a god. There are people that will read their books, which is good. You should read their books, but don't have time to read the Bible. Don't have time for any Christian activity. Education had become the person's god. In 1986, there was this young lady that I knew. She read dentist and finished. Knew her, young, lovely girl. But she died 1 week before her result came out. So they awarded her the degree posthumously. She died and became a doctor in the grave or in the morgue. What is life? What is education? Academic experience. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I have two medical doctor friends, classmates. One of them, one was a dentist, one was a medical doctor. Classmates. When I became born again, I went after them. Because when you become born again, you want to share. You want to tell everybody. The one that was a dentist, the sister, who was a nun, trained him. He suffered before he came out. It wasn't free education. He suffered. After ministering to him, I think he laughed it off and said they are coming. What did I hear shortly after that? that he was walking on the streets. A lot of witchcraft attack was on him. So he didn't know himself. Then he came back from work one day and took poison. What is all this misery about? There is a shaving powder which men used to shave themselves. He mixed it. He didn't even go for morphine or any of the cocktails. Mixed shaving powder and drank and died. The other one, I preached to him too. It's the same kind of a complaint. I will come later. Doing housemanship. After finished the session of one day, Peter doesn't know what is happening to him. So while walking on the road, did not know when he strayed into the path of a moving vehicle. It sliced him. That was the end of him. Died as a doctor, but he didn't go to see God. So if we don't pursue education, you don't know. Most of us, all of us are from Africa, apart from maybe one brother here. In Africa, a lot of witchcraft. The people that hate you, you don't know, who are angry that you have gone overseas, and they're saying, let's see him come back. Let's see her come back. And then by that you are coming back without salvation, without grace. As you are landing, something is happening to you because you didn't get protected. You don't have grace on you. You don't have the presence of God's angels round about you. Those who are Christians, you don't know that you have protection. Angels go to fight for you without your knowledge. You don't know that angels deal with forces that want to deal with you. If God opens your eyes to know the battle that goes on in the spirit world on your behalf, you become afraid. You don't have faith, you become afraid that such things are going on. Now, if you came to Ukraine and then you were a Christian in your country and you came to Ukraine and everything vanished and you return, those devils will make a means of your means. Devils don't fear MBBS. They don't fear BCH, MD. What is it? What do you get here? Is it MBBS you get here? MD. If you say my degree is MD, it doesn't move any devil. They will even tell you that those awarded the degree are their children. So, no respect for you. You have to rise out of every coldness. Those whose parents are pastors, I'm going to talk to you later. You don't know what you are doing. You don't know what the devils are waiting for you for. You don't know what the devil wants to do to you. Your parents are pastors and then you are not up and doing. You are taking it lightly. I am living in my parents' protection. You don't know what the devil wants to do to you, to finish you, so that you will be a disgrace. So that people will be afraid to remain in families of pastors. Don't be blind. This program is made so that you can see. God of this world, bringing fashion. In those days, during that Soviet era, from here, they would travel to Shepherd Bush in London and buy clothes because the Soviet government doesn't allow all these nice things. The people at the top will be enjoying it in their limousines, but the masses don't. So these students will travel to Europe, buy those clothes and come and sell and make a lot of money. So while coming down to Nigeria or down to Africa, they have to come with those clothes and feel, show these new clothes that are just being manufactured in UK. The tendency could still be there now. That because of what is coming out, the fashion coming out, the way they cut it, like somebody going to the star or to the moon, so that you can come to be the first in your village to display it. That is the spirit of fashion. And the person doesn't look at the complications that follow, the implication of what is being worn, how it is being despised by those who are not born again, but who have some godliness in their hearts. And then we do all that and rubbish the gospel that we are supposed to be selling.